We are back again with S.E.X Behind the Veil. So we are going to be talking about the pull-out method, okay? My whole thing is, people still do the pull-out method. I'll be honest, I do the pull-out method. So my whole thing is, as a sexual health educator, I'm supposed to tell you don't do it, okay? But I'm not going to say that. I'm going to tell you do what you feel like is best, but know you're risking yourself, okay? Know that the pull-out method is not 100% at all, okay? Pre-com is a thing. So pre-semen, so that is a thing. It is very possible. But this is where most, sexual educators don't really want to talk about it, okay? This is a thing that's where it's very important to have these pre-conversation and post-conversations with your partner, especially if you're with a male, okay? This is not my, ladies on ladies talk. This is my male and females talk. I want you to understand that a man knows his body, okay? And if he don't, he needs to learn it. A man feels when things are coming out of him. Okay, he knows when he's about to get to his point, and he's aware of those things. So it's very important to have that dialogue with him and say, okay, how do it feel when pre-com comes out? Or do you know what that feels like? Or, when you're coming, like, how long do it take you till you get to that point? Or, when do you get to a point where you feel like it's too hard to pull? And things like that. So those things are easy. That's a difficult conversation, but it's a really good conversation, because at the end of the day, if y'all gonna do the method, you might as well talk about the method. That's my thing. If you're gonna do the method, talk about the method. This whole purpose of this thing is to talk about the method. Whole point. I want you to talk about it. I'm not telling you if it's right or wrong. I'm telling you to talk about it. So please sit down with your partner, if that's what y'all agree upon, and say, okay, let's talk about, before you come, how we're going to do that, how we're going to pull out. And also, on the lady side, you need to talk to him about what else are we going to do pertaining to this pull-out method. You can do spermicides, which I'll do another video explaining spermicides. So you can do spermicides, so when you do, even with the pull-out method, he make a mistake or pre-com is there, it's going to kill it instantly, okay? So that's another thing you can do. Also, if she's on birth control, that's one thing you can take out the loop. Now, the only thing about this pull-out method, you got to remember, STIs are 100% at bay, okay? They're 100% at bay. So this is also something to take consideration of. If you're going to do the pull-out method with anybody, then y'all need to be getting all test results done, which you need to do anyway. But y'all need to consistently do a test results done. Even if you're married, even if you're in a committed relationship, some STIs hide in people. So they came in a relationship, nothing showed up, but later on something showed up, and you will hate to be in your relationship and you haven't stepped out in your relationship, but it's hard to prove to a partner, okay? Very, very hard to prove. So it's very important that y'all even had that conversation, that will be ongoingly still getting tested, not to accuse you or anything, but it's very important. The same way that I go to the doctor every year to get all my annual stuff checked, it's the same way I'm going to do the same thing for these genital parts, because they're still important. And as long as I use this part with somebody else, I'm going to check this part, okay? It doesn't matter if you put a ring on my finger or not. I want to check this part. And men, I want y'all to stress this too. I really want y'all to get in the habit. I don't care what the dynamics are, how you're meeting girls. I don't care how the dynamics are, how you move it. But my whole thing is, you also have to take in consideration, what is her STI status, okay? If you know her status, cool. You agree with her status, you dealing, cool. But you can't get too upset. Women and men, I'm going to get on both of us now. If you don't ask for test results, you should have told me. I said, you right. Many people, and I'm a strong believer in that, because I have herpes, genital herpes, so I believe in disclosure. But you also got to take responsibility that you didn't do your part either. They don't know what you have, and you don't know what they have. So it's very important to have these talks, period, okay? Most people are scared to have this talk prior, okay? But it's better to have the talk prior than have the talk during or after, because the person be looking at you like, so you put me at risk purposely. The people feel betrayed, people feel hurt. So y'all, let's try to prevent doing that 100%. But also, if something comes up, you need to tell that partner instantly. You don't need to go be going to get your medicine and all this stuff and taking all your medicine and then deciding to tell them. No, tell them, text them. If you need help disclosing a STI status or pregnancy, DM me. I want to help you. Or you can go to my website, www.vanquishcare.com, and go to talk with me. Let's talk it out. I can assist you in coming up with the wording to best tell your partner, because sometimes it's not even the fact that you don't want to tell them. I don't think anybody want to sit and just do ill intent to people or be malicious. Some are, but most people are not trying to be ill intent. When a person they say they care about, they love, or they want to be with, they're not trying to do that. But it's the wording that most people have a hard time with, which I got it. I got you. I'm like dang near a queen at difficult conversations, especially when it comes around sexual health or SEX conversations. I got it. Okay, I got it. You know, any of the guys I ever have been with, they be looking like, dang, girl, you talk about everything. You bring up everything. Even when talking about my son, he's 14. I got a 10, well, about to be 10-year-old. About to be 10-year-old, and I don't play. I have real conversations with my kids, because I'm like, at the end of the day, and my partners, because if not, that I still believe that you got to take responsibility for what you didn't communicate or didn't have a conversation or converse about. So that's something to very much take in consideration. And from this point on, even if it's difficult, still do it. If it's still uncomfortable, still do it. If you need help doing it, I help you with it. Also, for my parents on here, if you having a hard time having that sex talk with your kids, you need to, okay? You need to talk about inappropriate touch. You need to talk about, self-touch. You need to talk about how the anatomy works. You need to talk about those things. If you need help with that, I will help you with that as well. Because at the end, it's difficult, but I am doing it very well with my kids. And I have no problem with talking about boys about it. They pretty much know it's S.E.X since they were little bitty kids. And people like, I can't believe you. I'm not ashamed. It's nothing to be ashamed of. That's how we got here. And that's what all of us going to try to do one time out of this life before we clunk up out of here. Okay? It's natural. It's normal. We're not going to demonize S.E.X. We're not going to do that. That's not the purpose. The purpose is to be educated and to move forward and try to keep yourself safe and also enjoyable. Okay? It should be enjoyable. It should be a pleasure. It should create life, That's what it's for. So, with that being said, tell me what y'all think about this. I know I was all over the place, but tell me what y'all think about this. Things that y'all want me to talk about. Also, chime in. Tell me y'all feedback, what y'all learned. Also, give me feedback on some of the stuff I talked about and just want to give more information. Share in the DMs. I mean, in the comments, because somebody else is reading it and you're educating them on something too. The whole goal of these S.E.X Behind the Veil is to educate each other. That is it. I'm just creating a platform and a place that we can do it. But the goal is for all of us to get education, for all of us to learn something new. Because, baby, y'all be teaching me something every single time. Like, whoa, I didn't know that. And I'm a sexual educator. And I never get to a place of thinking I know everything, because I don't. Okay? Nobody in this world know everything. It's not possible. You're not God. Period. Okay? So with that being said, I love y'all. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye.